For 7 years, he didn't lay a hand on me, and then he strangled me. So what are the signs that an emotional abuser is going to become a physical abuser? I wish I had known back then, but honestly, I don't think I would have listened. Listen, if there's one thing that you're going to take from this video, let it be this. Abuse is always progressive. Here's what you're looking for. The first is that there's an escalation of control. Maybe in the beginning you thought they were just a little bit controlling or just a little bit insecure or jealous, but now you're starting to feel monitored or isolated. The second is threats and intimidation. They might not be violent, but they're threatening to be violent. And this includes threatening to be violent towards themselves or other people. Number 3 is the destruction of property or animals. Throwing things, punching walls, hurting animals. This kind of behavior you just cannot dismiss or ignore. Number 4 is frequent outbursts of anger. Are you noticing that they have a shorter fuse? Are you noticing that their anger is more frequent? Does it seem like they can't control it? Number 5 is possessive behavior. This is things like extreme jealousy, accusing you of cheating when you're not. Watch for those things. Number 6 is a history of violent behavior. This can range from bar fights that you've been aware of or previous domestic violence charges. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I actually knew that my partner had previously been charged with domestic violence. But he said that he'd been falsely accused and he was proven innocent in court. In fairness, he wasn't convicted of it, but that obviously has no bearing on a person's actual innocence. Number 7 is a lack of empathy and remorse. When they're emotionally abusive to you, do you feel like they just don't care, they have no empathy, they never apologize, or they blame you? This is a complete disregard for your well-being, and it's a potential for escalating harm. And lastly, number 8, controlling your access to resources. Resources could be transportation to work, a job, money, a phone, computer, or even just basic necessities. It's anything that prohibits your access to get help or to exit the relationship. Nothing I've said is definitive proof, but they are red flags. And I'm going to say it again because it's really important. Abuse is progressive. For 7 years, my abuser was emotionally and psychologically abusive. And to be fair, I didn't recognize it as abuse. To me, he was just mean sometimes, really mean sometimes, but he was also really nice sometimes. And sure, the niceness was less and less as time went on, but I could never have anticipated the night that everything changed. Trigger warning here, okay? We were arguing, and the funny thing is I can't even remember what we were arguing about, but I said something to just piss him off. And he grabbed my arms, threw me down on the bed, climbed on top of me, and wrapped his hands around my throat. I was 7 months pregnant, and I was trying to get the words out. I'm pregnant. Not that he didn't already know. It was like I thought he forgot. I didn't leave, and I didn't call the police. Unsurprisingly, it got worse.